I'm here with two wonderful filmmakers. Can you introduce yourselves and what film you're here with?
Yes, my name's Lorien Haynes, and the film is Everything I Ever Wanted to Tell My Daughter About Men.
And I'm Izzy Knopfler.
Yeah, and tell us a bit about the film and also your roles in it.
So I wrote and directed and produced the film. It's a kind of autobiographical story about a woman and all the relationships she's had through her life. And she tells her experiences and she describes all her mistakes to her daughter. And the idea behind the film is to work as a non-profit for refuge. And it's actually made by 23 different female film directors, 21 separate short films that we've put together to make one feature.
Yeah.
And Izzy plays.
Who do you play?
So we share the part of the lead woman at different life stages. So it's been incredibly fun getting to know each other on that level and becoming one person.
Yeah.
We morph at
We
one
morph.
point.
And now we can't separate from each other and we walk through life together.
all times.
At all times.
You take every single step together. Yeah.
We're bonded. It's
I
fun.
suppose what drew you then to the role into this project, Izzy?
It was accidental at first. It was sort of an aligning of stars moment, and when I got my hands on the script, it was an absolute no-brainer. If they were willing to have me, it wasn't even a question. It was just a how can we make this happen now, and how do I do it, and how do we? Yes, 100%, a million% yes.
Yeah. And as you said, you work with several different female directors. Can you tell me a bit about assembling that really impressive lineup?
Begging. Going to be
Polite begging.
No, desperate begging.
Oh, desperate.
It was basically approaching women that I knew wanted to direct and that hadn't necessarily had the opportunity before. So what we were trying to do is encourage first-time female filmmakers into making films. And that's essentially why we got the talent that we got, because we wanted to support them into doing their first kind of foray into filmmaking. The intention was never to make one film. The intention was to make 23 shorts, but actually we decided that we put them together. And the fact they fitted together is a small miracle, or maybe it's a large miracle, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. And it was originally written for stage, is that right? So how was it transitioning from stage to screen?
It's much easier to do on stage. I always loved doing it on stage, and we did it in LA.
Oh wow!
And after that performance, 5 different women came to ask if they could direct one scene as a short, and that's how it started this snowball effect into directing the shorts and the shorts becoming the film.
Yeah.
So they're quite separate entities, essentially. The film was kind of constructed like a documentary. That's the best way of putting it together. We never intended it to happen. It was this massive accident.
Everything's been wonderful accidents, the whole thing.
Izzy's just this amazing accident in my life. And you got to say when she rang me, the first conversation we ever had.
When I got the script and it was, do you want to speak to Lorien? And it was yes. And I was sort of waiting for this FaceTime call, and the minutes are going by and she hadn't rung me, and I thought, oh God, maybe I should ring her because we're past the time. She's in LA, I'm in London. I'd completely messed up the times, and she answered the FaceTime call in bed asleep. I was like,
in my
hello?
bra, apparently.
In your bra. And that was it. We fell madly in love, and that was it.
And you've been together ever since. What does it mean? Because obviously you said it's so personal, like sharing. Because I imagine it must be really hard sharing your own story with audiences like it's going to an audience tonight. That must be. Is it quite a raw experience?
Yeah, I would describe it as an act of vulnerability. And the only reason that I feel capable of doing it is that the film is supposed to be of service. So for me, if people watch it and identify and feel seen in some way, or survivors feel encouraged to come forward and speak, it's worth me actually revealing parts of me in my life as an artist, as a point of activism. That kind of makes it worthwhile.
Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing it to us, and I look forward to seeing it later.
Thanks, Emily.